So here, let's say void save user data to Firestore. Like that, and then let's keep this asynchronous. Then down here, first let's get our auth provider, which will be equal to, so we can either write this, that provider dot of this, and then authentication provider, and then context dot listen to false. So we can either, there are two ways here, either we can do this, or I can just copy, or we can say final, let's say auth, and then it's the same as saying as context dot read, and then here we can read authentication provider, like that. So this line is the same way, is the same as this. If you say here to listen to true, in this one we can use watch, like that. So you can use either of these, is the same. So let me, first of all, let me copy this and then paste it here. So let me go with this one. I'm going to comment out this one. So I can go with this one, and then once we get our auth provider, let's also get our user model. Say user model will be equals to our user model. Let's format this. Okay, so in the UID here we can say auth provider dot UID. Since we are saving that UID, we can add a now check there. So this UID is coming from this UID that we are saving. We are saving the UID somewhere here. Yeah, here, if the user is not now, we are saving the UID. So we know that we have the UID already here. And on the name, let's get the name controller dot text dot trim, and then on the profile pic, let's put an empty, since we don't have the profile pic yet. Then on the phone number, we know where the phone number is coming from. Let's say phone controller dot text, and then about me, let's put it as an empty string. Last seen, let's also put it as empty. Here let's put it as empty, and then here let's add it to true. So this is our user model. As you know that we are sending it, and then after we get it, we go to authentication provider and save the user. We are coming with it here. Then these profile image last seen date joined, the ones that we are keeping empty, we are updating them here. From here, these are empty. Profile image last seen date joined, we are updating them inside here. So let's continue. And then here, if we come back here now, this is where we'll have our checks. So first of all, let's check if our final image URL does not equal to now. which means our user has selected an image. Only then we'll go ahead. Else, let's first deal with an else statement here. Else, let's first of all reset our button dot reset, and then after we reset our button, let's show a snack bar. Show snack bar, and then here on the content, let's say please select an image. Okay, and then here, if everything is fine, let's also check one more time. Let's check if name controller dot text dot length, let's have the user put a name of at least 3 characters. If it is greater than or equal to 3, let's go ahead. Else, if it is not that, let's do the same. We copy this, paste it here, then here let's say name must be at least 3 characters. Okay, characters, like that. So once everything is fine here, we can go ahead with our methods. So here we say our auth provider dot our method save user to Firestore. Let's format this a bit. So for the context, you know that we are getting the context, and then for the user model, it's this user model that we are getting. For the file image, we are getting the final file image, and let's also, we need to add the now check here, and then on success, once everything is successful here, this is where we decide on what to do now. So if it is successful, now let's navigate the user to our home screen. Navigator dot push, it's a push and remove until this one. So here let's say material page route, then we have context, then here let's take it to our constants of home screen, like that. So this is how we will navigate. Let's where is our problem here? We need to return like that. Okay, so here's a recap of what we have done here. So this save user to Firestore, let's find our button here. Let's save user to Firestore, and then here, instead of saying login, we can say continue. Yes. So after we have selected an image and we've put the name and pressed this button, which will be continue, we are going to save user to Firestore. First, we will initialize our user model, and then we'll put the data that we have here, and then from there we will check if we have selected an image. If not, we'll show this message. From there we'll check if this name meets our requirements. After that has happened, we are going to save user to Firestore, which is this method here we are going to, first of all, we'll get the file, we'll send it to Firestore here, and then we'll return a download URL, which is here. And then now we'll update the profile pic. Next we'll update the time, the last seen time, and then we'll update the date joined. Afterwards, we're going to update the entire user model with what we have. And then next, we're going to go to this database and save this data. Then once it's successful, come back here and then we'll go to our home screen. So let's just try that. So I can see that again we have lost internet with our emulator, so we are going to have trouble logging in. Let me stop the video now and then connect my internet and come back.